Have you ever imagined why square root of 64 is 8 and square root of 20? Join Online Maths today to know why. Welcome back. Thank you for always choosing Online Maths Expo. If today is your first time of coming across us, kindly search for us on Facebook at Online Maths Expo and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Online Maths Expo. Today we'll be discussing surd, and we are going to look at some of the rules of surd and how to simplify some complex surds. Please stay back and watch through the end. Okay, we have square root of 64. When you square root of 64 will give us 8, as you know. We are going to know why. Okay, let's see how we got this to give us 8. This is 64. Let's get the numbers that can, let's reduce 64. We have 2 divided 64 will give us 32. 2 divided 32 will give us 16. 2 divided 16 give us 8. 2 divides 8, 4. 2 divides 4, 2. 2 divides 6 of 1. So we are going to pair them because we are finding square roots. So if we pair them, we pick 1, 2 here, pair this, pick 1, pair this, pick 1. So at the end of the day, these values we picked out will now be 2 times 2 times 2, which will give us 8. So you see how we got square root of 64 to give us 8. Okay, kindly get me square root of 25, square root of 4, square root of 9, square root of 81. Why you still do that? Let's look at this. We want to get the square root of 20. Let's know what the value of square root of 20 will be. For 20, we are going to have 2 divides 20 will give us 10. 2 divides 10 will give us 5. 5 divides 6 of 1. Then this one we pair it and have 2. This does not have 1 to pair with, so we leave it that way. In that case, this will give us 2. Because it has nothing to pair it with, it will remain inside the roots. So we have 2 root 2. Then for this, 5 will divide. 5 divides 6 self is 1. Nothing to pair it with. We return it back to this. For this, we have 2 divides 6 self is 1. Nothing to pair it with. We still leave it back to this. So what are we trying to figure out here? This is not a surd. Why is it not a surd? It's not a surd because this is a perfect square. There is something we call perfect square. Perfect squares are those numbers that when you square root them, it gives you a whole number. Example, we have square root of 64. We have 64 is a perfect square, and when we square root it, it gave us 8. 4 is a perfect square. Square root of it will give us 2. 25 is a perfect square. Square root of it will give us 5. This is a perfect square, 9. Square root of it gave us 3. 81 is a perfect square. Square root of it will give us 9. So all these ones that their square root gives us a whole number are not surd. Okay, now let's look at this. This is 20, square root of 20. At the end of the pairing, you find out that there is something left which is not to be paired. And this one has, this is, when you reduce square root of 20, it gave us 2 surd 5. So this one is a surd. What do we mean by surd? Surd are irrational numbers. That's those numbers that their square roots will not give us a whole number, which you have taken this as an instance. You can also have square root of 18. This is a surd because 18, when you square root it, it cannot give us a whole number. So when we talk about surd, we talk about all those numbers that their square roots will not give us a whole number. I hope you now know what we are talking about. You can also say that surds are irrational numbers because their square root will not give us a whole number. So this is a surd. This is also a surd because square root of 5 cannot give us a whole number. This is also a surd. Now, if this is surd, this is surd, and this is surd, and this is surd too, the 3 of them are surds, but they are not the same types of surd. We call this one a complex surd. Why do we call it a complex surd? It's a complex surd because it has a perfect square in it. Let's go back to this square root of 20. Square root of 20, apart from doing it this way, is the same thing as square root of 4 times square root of 5. which will give us sod 4 times sod 5. We are going to take more examples to explain this. And what is the square root of 4? It is 2, which is 2 sod 5. So we can also say that square root of 20 is 2 sod 5. So whenever you have a sod that contains a perfect square in it, such a sod is said to be a complex sod. And when you have such questions, such sods, we usually reduce them by simplifying them. Okay, this one is also a sod, but it's a simple sod. Why is it simple? It is simple because it is the lowest form of this sod. The lowest form of sod is this. We cannot have any other thing to any perfect square in sod 5. Then this is also the lowest sod, which is also a simple. Okay, let's now look at some of the simple and the complex sods. The complex sods, among them, we are going to simplify them. Now, when we talk about simple sods, let me just bring it from something that bring it closer to you. When we talk about fractions, you have 1 over 2, 3 over 9. These two are fractions. But out of these two, this one is the lowest form of a fraction. Whereas 3 over 9, even though it's a fraction, you have to reduce it. And 3 divides will give you 1. 3 divides will give you 3. And in that case, you also have 1 over 3. So when you have fractions, there are simple fractions and there are also complex fractions. So in sods also, there are simple sods. Those sods that are always in their lowest form of it. And let me give you instances of those sods. You can have sod 2. You can also have sod 3, sod 5, sod 11, sod 13. You can also give me your own instances. We have sod 19. You can also have 2 sod 3. All these are simple sods because you cannot reduce them anymore. Okay, apart from the simple ones, there are the complex sods. For the complex sods, there are those ones that have perfect squares in them. And whenever a sod has a perfect square in them, it is now your duty to reduce them. So let's take some examples of the complex sods. You can have sod 8, you can have sod 18, you can have sod 20, you can have sod 50, you can have sod 98, you can have sod 96, you can have 3 sod 98, you can have sod 200, and so many of them. So whenever you have this kind of sod, it's your duty to reduce them to the simplest form before you can use them to solve some problems. I hope you understood what you meant by that. Okay, now that you know the complex sods, let's look at how to simplify them, because we need to know how to simplify these sods to enable us use them in solving our problems. The first one we have is sod 98. I'm going to show you the two ways, just like what I showed you before, but I'm going to review it again here. It's now your duty to pick the best you like out of the two. So we have sod 98. So what do? 98, what we divide 98? 2 divides 98. 2 divides 9, this is 4, 49. What else can divide? We have 7 can divide 49 to give us 7. 7 divides itself will give us 1. So for 98, we are having, remember as usual, you are going to pair. If you pair, you pick one out of these 7. This one does not have anything to be paired with, and that is why we call it sod. So because it has nothing to be paired with, our answer will be 7 sod 2. That one that has nothing to be paired with remains in the sod. I hope you are following. Okay, another way you can do this is, you know that 98 is something as 49 times 2. So what we do is, you get 2 numbers that when you multiply, in the second method, 2 numbers that when you multiply, it gives you back that number you are looking for. But out of the 2 numbers, make sure that one of them is a perfect square. You know, when you talk about 98, there are some other numbers that when you multiply them, it gives you 98. But out of them, it is 49 and 2, because 49 is a perfect square. I hope you still remember what we talked about perfect squares. Perfect squares are those numbers that their square roots are always a whole number. So if we simplify this, it will give us sod 49 times sod 2. What is the square root of 49? Square root of 49 is 7 times sod 2, and that will give us 7 sod 2. So it's either you do it this way or you do it this way, whichever way you are okay with. So when you simplify sod 98, it will give us 7 sod 2. Just try this for me. Get me the value of sod 96. While you still do that, let's take care of this example 2. Example 2 says simplify 7 surds 28. So what do we do? What we are going to do here, we're going to simplify. We are still going to use the 2 methods. This is 28. 2 we divide to give us 14. What else can divide 14? 2 divides 14, 7. 7 divides itself 1. So in that case, we pair this and pick 1 out to give us what? 2 surd 7. But remember there is already a number before the surd. So in that case, we are going to have 7 times 2 surd 7. And 7 times 2 will give us 14 surd 7. If you want to go by the next method, you can still do it this way. 7 times 28, the perfect squares. There are so many numbers that can multiply to give us 28. You can also have, but we are picking the ones that have surd. You know, when you multiply 14 by 2, it will give us 28. But we're not using 14 and 2 because there is no perfect square in 14. So we are choosing 4 times 7. So in that case, we have 4 surd 7 surd 4 times surd 7. What's the square root of 4? Square root of 4 is 2. So we have 7 times 2 surd 7. And 7 times 2 will give us 14 surd 7. So when you simplify 7 surd 28, it gives us 14 surd. I hope you are still there with us. Let's quickly look at some of the rules of surds. For everything, there is a rule. As a country, Nigeria, we have rules. In our own surds today, we also have rules. And what is the need to know the rules? Need to know the rules is that it guides you in solving whenever you have such problem in a mathematical question. So let's know some of the rules that will guide us while solving problems on surd. The first rule there says that when you have surd m plus surd m, the coefficients are, here is 1, here is 1. So you can add the same surds. In this case, surd m plus surd m will give us 2 surd m. What did we do here? We only picked the coefficients. Add the coefficients, it gave us 2. Then pick one of the surds because they are the same. You also have surd m. If it is subtraction, you can also add or subtract the same surds. Then let's look at this number 2 rule. We have p surd m plus q surd m. Here we are having different coefficients. So what you still do is you add their coefficients, p plus q, and then pick one of the surds. I hope you are following. But if we have p surd m plus q surd n, please, we cannot add these 2 surds because the surds are not the same. I hope that one is well understood. So in this case, this cannot give us p plus q surd m. Or some students can say p plus q surd n. No, they are not the same. The reason is that their surds are not the same. And because you cannot add, you cannot also subtract. Likewise here, you can also do same form subtraction. So what we are saying for this is, whenever we have the same surds, we add. Whenever we have the same surds, we subtract. But if they are different surds, please don't add, please don't subtract. Okay, let's go to the rule number 4. Rule number 4 says, if I have surd m times surd m, what will they give us? This one is under multiplication. It is surd m times this, all of them in the surd. And when you multiply, you have surd m squared. This root will cancel squared to give us m. So surd m times surd m will give us m. Let's just take one example on that. If I have surd 4 times surd 4, it is the same thing as 4 times 4 will give me 16, and square root of 16 is 4. So you can also say it this way, that surd 4 times surd 4 is just 4, without going through this process of showing us 16. Okay, the next rule is rule number 5, division rule. Surd m over n is same thing as surd m over surd n. I hope that one is cleared. You can also have number 6, p surd m plus q surd n is equal to a surd m plus q surd n. When you have, so let me take this as p. When you have 2 surds that are the same, you can also say that they are having the same surds. What this means is that p is equal to a and that q is equal to b. That is for this rule. Note that surd m plus n in this way is not equal to sod m plus sod n. Please, this is very important. Most students always fall that pre that when they are given this sod, they split it this way. Please, they are not the same. If you do it this way, we mark you wrong. Also note that sod m minus n in this form is not equal to sod m minus sod n. Okay, if we're able to know some of these rules, it will guide us in solving problems on sod. Kindly slide to the next video to watch our teaching on addition and subtraction.